Well, here we are. Oh, man, you can smell the mold. Back at the colony.
What's up, guys? My name is Jake, and welcome to the last few days of the abandoned beach resort. Behind this video, I want to give a bit of my commentary on it. Since this video is very rough and very kind of sharp around the edges, I kind of wanted to provide my own accounts on what it was like to be there on the last few days that this resort was standing, and show you and talk to you about a few different places that we never got to explore in the first abandoned beach resort video that I did. And when we returned, a lot has changed, a lot more vandalism, unfortunately. But like I said, we also went to a lot of different places. So I'm going to kind of give you a commentary, a comprehensive overview on the whole video, and kind of an updated look on everything that I had covered previously in the first video and in the abandoned video that just came out.
It's probably one of the last times anyone will ever see this place. It's really quite sad, actually. Very unfortunate.
So Unicorp has now moved in and demolished everything, which now will take the place, this property will now take the place of the St. Regis Hotel and Condominium Complex, which is a collection of multi-million-dollar condos, which I'm pretty sure have been given to the former condo owners if they did not decide to buy out, or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure how that logistically worked. But as you can see, we moved to, we got to a part of the property where we didn't get to explore last time in the original video. And these are the beach bungalows. Right next to the beach, you could just walk out of your little suite here and walk right down to the beach. Interestingly, these were actually the last buildings to be condemned by the city of Longboat Key. They were condemned officially in 2015. So that's quite a long time after the actual hotel and condominium complex closed, which was in 2010. But as you can see, I was terrified of bees, so I didn't really move in too much. But a lot of these rooms are very similar to the lofts and one-bedroom suites and the other wooden structures. And here we are moving in, and here is the main tower, which has been completely stripped. The entire first floor, the lobby area, the spa, the hair salon, the shops, they have all been torn away. And here's a great look at one of the abandoned wooden structures with the loft suites and the one-bedroom suites that has been just reduced to nothing but a pile of wood and rubble. And something later in this video which is going to blow your mind is that a lot of the rooms in here were in very, very good condition, and the whole building was just brought down with those rooms still intact. And as you can see here, the penthouse units still have stayed pretty much intact, actually. I think the first and second floor have been completely gutted, but it appears that the third, fourth, fifth, and sixth floor are still somewhat intact. Actually, maybe the third floor is gutted as well. But here is the old driveway where the cars would have pulled up, and in this right here where that was, that was the head offices for the resort. So I'm sure the manager, possibly Katie Moulton, or another high-level person at the resort would have had their office there. And then right here would have been where the lobby was, and you would have just walked right in there. You could see the elevator shaft and the stairwell. And as you can see on the actual tower, which I'll show a little later in the video, you can see the blackened roof where the fire and smoke damage was, because there was a fire on top of the penthouse, and we had spoken with someone, a local there, who had said that it was most likely vandals, kids, who set the fire in the penthouse. And I was curious as to why that was, because when I heard that there was a fire in the penthouse, it was on a weekday, so I figured construction crews were there, demolition crews were there, and the person said that it was actually their day off, so it was likely vandals who had set the fire, which is very unfortunate, very, very sad. Also, the floor is, see how, oh my god, this whole building is collapsing in on itself. See how the roof is warping in?
Oh man.
That's why all of this lining is starting to crack. But yeah, look at all this. Someone broke into this and stole all their... unopened chips. Oh my god. Brackets. Someone had an Easter egg hunt.
Look at this.
That is... Okay, I don't want to be in here for too long because that is serious damage. You can tell by how the floor is starting to warp.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, it's really bad. It doesn't feel unsafe, but it's definitely warping to a dangerous. Also, look at how, what do you call these, Em?
Powder post beetles.
Powder post beetles. They're starting to dig their way into the... Incredibly, a lot of these suites still had a ton of stuff in them. And as you can see in this one, there's been some severe structural damage to the actual structure. When I was walking on the floor, you can see how it was kind of bowing in. It felt very... not unsafe to the point where I would have not walked on it, but very uneasy where you would kind of hear it creak and you can feel how it kind of dips down where the beams are in between each other. So, and you can see in the roof there too where it was cracking. But a lot of these rooms, I mean, there's still Happy New Year right there. There's just a ton of stuff, a ton of personal items, which still blows my mind that they were left in 2010. So everything is like perfectly left intact from 2010, that or even 2009 or 2008. I mean, the resort had closed partially in between those dates, so there's a good chance that some of these suites could have been condemned or vacated. That's not the word. Is it? I don't know. But they could have been left in this state in one of those years. So it's potentially a long time since then. And a lot of these closets where you see where the rooms would have been rented out like normal hotels, but in the corner, kind of like how an Airbnb would have a locked door with all their personal stuff in it. That's how these rooms kind of worked. And you can see just a ton of stuff left here. And unbelievably, this room had a lot of vandalization in it in the bathroom area with the windows broken. But then we walk into the bedroom and we see this. What the? Oh my god. Wow. Now, the one thing that I wanted to stress about this, which is unbelievable, is that this whole building is going to be torn down just like this. It is truly insane. So my one big regret from my first abandoned beach resort video, after seeing other people's videos on the property, was the beach house, the beach view penthouse, which is located just above the restaurant. It kind of perched on top of the restaurant in its own little building thing. I had seen it and I really kicked myself for not being able to see it myself. So we finally got a chance to do it. And boy, is it ever incredible. A lot of the stuff is still the way it was. I mean, it has been torn through a little bit, but all of this stuff was just left here. It is truly insane. I mean, we were finding AAA cards, like AAA personal cards on the ground, photo albums everywhere. I mean, there was still stuff in the fridge. There was M&Ms in the fridge, that a horrible smell. But I mean, everything was still here. See those dead flowers on the island there. And the bedroom was just unbelievable. There was so much stuff still there. There was, in the bathroom, there was rubber duckies in the bathtub. And the closet was just filled with clothes and just so many personal items. It is truly insane. And the point that I wanted to get to from last time was that all of this is just going to be demolished. It's truly insane. Look at this. Look at Grand Floridian.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Of course they stayed at Grand Floridian.
That is insane.
Look at the, but look at,
Yeah, please.
Here we are wrapping up the video in the beachside restaurant where George W. Bush had ate dinner on the night before 9/11. It was, I mean, just a crazy experience being in here, thinking of, I mean, the President of the United States and the Secret Service, the governor of Florida. Just an unbelievable event, I'm sure, that night. And here's the stark contrast of what it looks like now. It is truly insane. And again, it's all going to be gone. But anyway, guys, I want to thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like these kind of commentary videos. I hope it's a good companion piece to the Abandoned episode that just came out. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. My name is Jake, and take care.